Lady Jane Grey. You've probably heard of her. You may know that she was sort of queen for a while. But how much more do you know? Here's my Lady Jane in a nutshell. Let's see if I can do it in 2 minutes. And go! Her story in 3 sentences. Lady Jane Grey was Queen of England, arguably, for about 9 days-ish, from the death of Edward VI, Henry VIII's son, to the accession of Mary I, Henry's daughter. The teenage Jane was put on the throne because the obvious candidate, Mary, was a Catholic. No. Mary, however, quickly booted Jane off the throne. So who was she? Jane was the granddaughter of Henry VIII's youngest sister. She was therefore not descended from Henry VIII, but she was descended from Henry VII. Jane's weak claim to royalty is that her Tudor blood came from Henry VII through 2 women, her mother and grandmother. Neither her father nor grandfather were Tudor royalty. So how did she become queen? Henry VIII was succeeded by his young son Edward VI, but Edward was dying aged 15 with no children. The throne should pass to his older sister Mary, but Mary was a Catholic and Edward was really not. Mary was therefore scrubbed from the line of succession on the grounds that she was illegitimate. After Mary, next on the list was Edward's other sister Elizabeth, who was Protestant. Hooray! Problem was, Mary's alleged illegitimacy also applied to Elizabeth. To exclude one necessarily excluded the other. Put differently, either both were legitimate or neither were. Who was next? Jane Grey, Edward's first cousin once removed. Tenuous, right? So, what went wrong? Mary was pretty miffed when she found out that this minor royal had been put on the throne over her, but she wasn't going to roll over, she fought back. Mary was actually pretty popular amongst the people and the nobility. Most found her moderate Catholicism preferable to Edward's hardcore Protestantism. Jane's support crumbled overnight. Mary swept for the throne with relative ease and had Jane executed. Sad story really, since Jane never wanted to be queen. She was forced into it by pushy parents. But was she really queen? Good question. We call her Lady Jane Grey, not Queen Jane, because most people agree that she wasn't really queen. Why, you ask? Because she never had a coronation? Well, neither did Edward VIII in 1936, but we call him king. It's because she was never popularly proclaimed queen. Jane was only recognised as queen by a tiny handful of nobles, not by widespread acknowledgement. She was therefore never really queen, and is now Lady Jane Grey to history, though we all know that history is written by the winners. Thus the short, sharp, rather sad story of Lady Jane Grey. I've been Peter Wagstaff, thanks for watching.